What's up, guys?
All right. Welcome back to another episode Not From Boston. The Red Sox did something.
We
They
have some good news. We had some bad news on Monday. Yeah, 2 days ago, Monday, and we have some good news now. I apologize if you hear noise in the background. I'm at an album camp, and I'm going to put headphones on.
well, I mean, yeah, it's basically like the Red Sox got all freaked out because everyone lost their shit with the Bregman thing, and they're like, oh, okay, what would you like? How about Ranger Suarez?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so the Red Sox have signed Ranger Suarez to a 5-year, $130 million contract. Ranger Suarez, for those you don't know, is a another left-handed pitcher because we don't have enough of those. Um, but he's pretty elite. He was kind of the ace of Philly's rotation up until now.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, they had kind of a crazy, like a three-headed monster. They had Christopher Sanchez, who's crazy, Ranger Suarez, who's obviously super good. An interesting profile of a pitcher. We've actually discussed him before because also, dude, you and I, our predictions have so
Did
far
we?
been
Which
relatively
one of us
successful.
predicted Ranger
I did.
Suarez?
I
Oh,
did. I think I did when Jen was on.
oh,
Um, and you called the Contreras trade.
yeah.
And then they also had Wheeler until his injury. So they had quite a pitching staff over there in Philadelphia. It's interesting because this move helps the Red Sox. Obviously, I think we said on Monday the likelihood of Bo Bichette is pretty slim already, but this definitely hurts the Bo Bichette thing because Philly is in on Bo Bichette. And they've now committed to not bringing back Suarez, which I don't know if that was ever on the table for them. But yeah, Ranger Suarez, interesting profile, more of a bat to ball, kind of fly ball, soft ground ball pitcher, not a high volume strikeout pitcher. However, I think that's mitigated. Also, my voice is fried because I've been singing like nonstop all week. So if I sound like that's why. Um, we have Garrett Crochet, and Sonny Gray is a high strikeout guy. I mean, he's going to get you 185 plus Ks. I think it's nice to have a steady arm in the rotation that doesn't rely on strikeouts. Hopefully, he'll throw less pitches. That would be kind of a pro of somebody who attacks the zone a little bit more and doesn't nibble, which I think Ranger Suarez does. Obviously, Fenway's a hitter's park, so a contact pitcher, the ERA might go up, the FIP might go down. We'll see. But I got to tell you, like, I like the move. I think we're committing to a run prevention identity, which is not the type of baseball I like to watch at all. But at least it's an identity and it's not a free fall. What do you think?
I mean, I mean, it's hard like not to like the deal because Ranger Suarez is a good pitcher.
He's
He's a
very good.
great pitcher. Like it's
Very
hard
good.
not to like that. I think for the money, it's great. Like 5 years, 130, no opt outs. I don't think or anything. Like that's
No.
20 some million dollars a year. Like that's great. We're over the second luxury tax, which is cool. I like they glad they went there.
Yeah, should be.
It's this is technically the highest payroll the Red Sox have ever had when we're not adjusting for inflation and stuff.
Hmm.
I think it's a good move. It makes any roster better. Does it change how I feel still about how the Red Sox have handled the Bregman thing and how incompetent I think this front office is? No. This is a good move, but it's a reaction move. It's like a
Hmm.
panic. Oh shit, we fucked up. We fucked up. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Like that's not how I want my baseball team operating. I want a little bit more. Like I don't think we would have traded for Sonny Gray had Ranger Suarez always been the plan. You know what I mean? Like
Yes. Although my
the
pushback on that would be we did again, not that I should take any stock into what fucking Craig Breslow says, but he did say two arms and two bats. So
Yeah, I mean, I would have thought Oviedo was that other arm, but
yeah,
like I think criticism aside, the Red Sox now have the best rotation in the
in
American League,
baseball, in
if not
baseball.
baseball as a whole. I mean, I think uh, like Crochet, Suarez, Gray, Bayo, you know, Oviedo, like
Early, Tolley,
that's I mean, yeah, like we have like
and
there's so
like
much depth.
Cutter Crawford might be back and decent. Who knows? Like
Yeah.
there's dude, it's crazy.
So, it's like funny because like a minute ago we were, I think, after trading for Contreras, it was like, okay, we're out of pitchers to trade. Like, there's not really a lot of depth now that Hunter Dobbins and Dick Fitz are gone. Like, okay, wait a minute. And now that problem has kind of gone away,
Hmm.
which I think kind of reopened, and I think everyone else on Twitter has kind of like said the same thing. This reopens the door to like, I would call Mike Hazen in Arizona and say,
Yes,
hey,
I
like,
was just about to say that.
what is like, we now are no longer precious about early and Tolley.
Dude, I think Tolley is like I think they're gonna keep early and move Tolley, but I also we know the Arizona Diamondbacks acquired Nolan Arenado this morning or yesterday. I think it was this morning,
Yeah,
which doesn't necessarily impact Ketel Marte. They play different positions, but it is an albeit declining an impact bat.
I wouldn't call Nolan Arenado an impact bat anymore.
I would say he's a
Like,
yeah, he's honestly a league average bat now, is he? I mean, maybe
I mean,
he's a
I'm pulling
plus
up his
bat,
like I'm
but
gonna tell you, I'm pulling up
yeah,
his
maybe I'm way overestimating
yeah, dude,
his
I'm
ability.
looking at his baseball savant. There's some blood there, but like it's a lot of ice.
What's his when was his last like really good season with them?
I mean,
'Cause
his last like good season. I mean, 2022. I would no, 2023. I would say was his last like great. I mean, he was a league average 774 OPS, but he drove in 93 runs,
yeah, he
which
had a good year. He had a
I
good
call
year.
that a good year. Um, since then, it's been like last year he was below league average, like OPS wise.
So this is not going to impact Ketel
I mean,
Marte, but you know,
well, I mean, and I think it definitely defensively makes Arizona stronger. I think like the problem that the Red Sox run into now is like they were to go to Arizona and say, hey, we would like Ketel Marte for Duran and Tolley, which I think is the pack. Like I would, that's the
hmm
package I would offer as someone who's not a GM.
yeah,
Um, I think the what you kind of might hesitate if you're on Arizona's side is that like we move Marte now, like our offense takes a huge hit because now like it wasn't like if they had traded Marte to us before Bregman and then they had gotten Bregman, it's like okay, like that's like not a huge hit offensively, like we can live with that, but like it trading Marte now basically means that they've traded Marte for Arenado. And like I don't know how much like even if Duran were to go to Arizona in that deal, like
right.
that's I think offensively like that's a huge punch in the gut to lose Marte. I
Yeah, I mean he's a 30 home run hitting second baseman. That's
even with
so rare.
yeah, and they have such a good offense like now with Carroll and like Tom, like I don't know if I would fuck with that if I were Arizona, but also
There's a chance.
if they need another outfielder and a lefty, then like fuck it, what do I know? I don't think I guess my question is like who do you think if assuming that they, Craig Breslow calls Arizona and says, "Please, pretty please, I fucked up so bad. Please help me unfuck my fuck up. Can I have Ketel Marte,
Right.
please?" And Mike Hazen says, "No." Who does Breslow go look for next? Like, who are the other targets? Do you think?
I don't think you're gonna sell anybody on Brendan Donovan, so I think we should close the book on that, in my opinion. I don't think that's gonna do the trick. He's another Contreras-esque bat of a bat to ball, gonna hit you some doubles, gonna get on base, which again I say it every episode, I love doubles, but like that's not what we need right now.
Also, we can't do another trade with the Cardinals.
No, I mean it's
Like,
just not gonna happen. And he's not good, like he's not if you want to I'm trying to think of how I want to say this, because I think there is something to be said for getting people excited to come to the ballpark. The players
yeah,
get excited, and we know this. They say this very openly. Like 2021, when we had that playoff run, all of the players were saying the fans are keeping us invested because like they're getting us whooped up, and like we're whooped up to play now. I don't know why I keep using that expression, but it's cool. I'm going to use it now. So, um, I think if you want to get the fans really excited, it's got to be a Marte-esque player. I've heard we're contacting Kansas City. I don't know about whom. It's not for a pitcher, I don't think, but I think it was Sean McAdams said that. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong, but I think it was him who said that they've contacted Kansas City about a package. Um,
they don't have a third base to give us, or
they
it's
don't
like,
have really. I mean, it's not going to be Bobby Witt, so I don't know. Like, it doesn't. It seems a little
yeah,
strange, but I think you could have an argument now for signing Eugenio Suarez. Actually,
no,
you don't think?
no. I just categorically reject that as an option. I refuse to
I
say that.
think that they will think we're cool with it. So let me. I should have. Let me back up. Is the question what would I do, or what do I think the Red Sox will do?
It was what they think, what you think they will do.
That is something that I could see at least making an attempt at. I
I think
think the other one I'll say is Isak Paredes for sure. Is but again, like, is that really going to get people excited? Him and Brendan Donovan are the two most likely candidates, but like that doesn't make me feel like we have a potent offensive team. Again, it feels like we're sticking to the run prevention instead of run creating identity, which I suppose is fine as long as it's an identity of some sort. But
I don't know. I think with looking at Isak Paredes like line. Okay, so the reason I don't think Eugenio Suarez is an option, period, is because like the Red Sox need. They don't have really roster space to add two players. They need one. They need a guy like a
mm-hmm.
bat who can field, and Eugenio Suarez is a bat that cannot field. And I
Yeah,
think like
you're getting worse Rafael Devers.
right, and like you said it yourself, like Suarez is a ground ball pitcher, Bayo is a ground ball pitcher. Like we got to get some guys who can field ground balls. Like
Mm-hmm.
Paredes isn't a perfect defensive player by any means, but he is, I would say, like competent. Like I think he's
Mm-hmm.
good enough.
Let me look at his stat line. I didn't really
But
consume
he,
this.
he had a great, 2023 he hit 30 home runs. Uh, and he's been an above league average bat with like some degree of pop in 2024 and 2025. I mean, he was injured, I think, for a chunk of this year, and he still hit 20 home runs and still, you know, managed to have an 810 OPS. So, and I think his profile, you look at his like spread, his spray chart, and like that's pretty Fenway friendly, if you ask
Mm-hmm.
me. Um, so like, I think Paredes is where I would go first. I think the other place I would go is actually I would go talk to the Chicago Cubs about Nico Horner.
It's funny that one I didn't even bring up because I'm so disinterested in Nico Horner. I know he's a good player, but I'm just like, ugh. Like I'm not. That's not a dig at him. I just again think we have that player. I'm like, that's like he's kind of like
We
Romy Gonzalez a little bit. The way he hits.
Dude, way to do Nico Horner dirty. Like, yes, like does he lack pop? Yes, but
Mm-hmm.
like he was like I think he almost won the batting title last year. Like he
Bro, Romy
hit
Gonzalez hit 308. That wasn't a dig at
like
Nico Horner. Like
like
theirs are both good hitters.
but like Nico hits and he doesn't hit for
Right.
power, but he hits. And I mean to me like that's fine. But like he is he's an excellent second baseman. He's probably one of the better second basemen in uh the sport right now. And I think putting him at second and Meyer at third makes this defense configuration so much stronger. I mean, I think stronger than if you had Paredes at third and Meyer at second. Or
Yeah.
I think the only stronger configuration is Marte at second and uh, uh, Meyer at third. Like that's I think why I buy in on Horner.
I in
Also,
that case though, I would certainly like Paredes is way above Horner in my mind. I would
yeah,
Horner is like the last person I would go to. But that's again just like my preference of player. I don't disagree with what you're saying. I think defensively he's a huge upgrade, but I do think that like tit for tat, stat for stat last year, dude, Romy, I wasn't saying that pejoratively. Like Romy
no,
is fucking good, bro.
no, but defensively he's not.
Yeah, he's not a good second baseman. He's a very good first baseman. He's not a good second baseman, but
Yeah,
Sadon kind of hits like Horner. I think with much less average. I know Horner hit like 290.
Horner hit 297 last year.
Oh, okay. Hit a little bit better than I thought. He was around the 300 mark.
Yeah,
Okay, so he's a kind of a Luis Ariz. Which, by the way, dude, what's going on with Luis Ariz? Like
dude,
nobody
it's
wants him.
so lame that our sport does not value
Like
like
literally, like nobody. Like he probably has to pay someone to take him. Like,
he's yeah, it's
bro,
upsetting because
he's
he's so
valuable.
good.
He's a valuable player.
Yeah. The other player I've heard and mentioned as a trade candidate is um Matt Shaw, also on the Cubs. That guy I have no interest in.
No,
He
no.
not only does he, I mean, he was a high rated prospect and he's kind of had a bad start, which is like whatever, like prospects are get better or they don't. I just don't, I his politics are bad. Um,
Oh, I forgot about that. That's
so I'm
right.
like, don't bring me fucking like I can barely
Mm.
stomach having Chapman on the team. Like if you bring me Matt Shaw, I will fucking shit a brick.
Bro, side note, you want to hear a crazy stat?
Okay.
Luis Arias had a higher slugging than Nolan Arenado over the last 2 seasons.
Holy
That is
shit. That's
crazy.
unbelievable. But
Someone
yeah,
should sign him.
so I guess like now that uh the Red Sox have Suarez, like how does that change your take on not on the offseason? Because I think this is a bad offseason period, regardless,
There's
unless we
only
get
one
Marte.
move. Yeah, that's the only way that it could
Like,
be.
but even then, I'm like, I'm not gonna forget how like you guys fucked up with
Hmm.
Bregman. Like that's just never gonna go away. I guess my question for you is like now looking at 2026 at the season, how is this team looking to you? Like how much of a difference does this make?
I think we're going to be better than last year. I actually do think that. I think literally like what I came in saying, we're going to win games 3-1, 3-2, but there's five very good starting. I mean, Oviedo had a 3 something ERA last year with a shitty Pirates team.
Yeah.
Sonny Gray had one of his worst years, but is still a very capable. Like he might be the 5 spot right now. Like to me, um, we have a nasty rotation. We have a nasty bullpen. Like Whitlock is nasty. Chapman is freaking disgusting. Some of these other guys, Early or Tolley, if we don't trade him, and Cutter Crawford, like these might be guys that we use in the bullpen.
I
I
mean,
mean,
definitely I think guys to replace Justin Wilson, you know,
yeah,
because we do need a lefty reliever that's not Aroldis Chapman.
but I think that like it does look like another 90 win type team. I still the San Francisco Giants have proven me wrong in so many ways, just in the way I view baseball, because they basically won 3 World Series playing like anemic offensive baseball. Like they won because
Yeah.
of nasty starting pitching, and they won 3 in 5 years. Like that's crazy. They did something that maybe the Dodgers will do, but like that's no, the Dodgers did do 3 and 5. So that's yeah, that's crazy. I mean, those are two
Yeah,
dynasty
I guess we did do
teams.
3 and 5.
2020, 20, yeah, 24 and 25.
Yeah.
So those are dynastic teams, but like, the common trope of San Francisco Giants is like their baseball is torture. That's what everybody says Giants baseball is torture. I think we'll be positioned to play similarly if everybody lives up to their expectations to like more like the 2012 Giants. Um, but I'm not looking forward to watching the games. I'm really not looking forward to watching us score like 4 runs max a game. I think it's funny Red Sox baseball over the last decade plus has been high octane offensive baseball. Like 5 years ago, we had Xander Bogaerts and Rafael Devers and JD Martinez in our lineup and Kyle Schwarber. Like that's crazy to think about. But I still
Yeah.
think we'll be a 90 win wild card team. That would be my guess. What do you think?
I I guess my thinking is like with I was thinking about this. Sometimes I feel like we forget that Roman Anthony is on this team.
Oh
And
yeah.
like Roman Anthony is a good like he's a great offensive player. I think he will be, assuming he stays healthy, he will be a great asset to us. Um and you know, I guess what I'm trying to say is like I think I'm not as like low on this offense as I guess like what I would basically say is, at this point in time, if I'm uh trying to rationalize this for myself, which I am, is like, okay, so the Red Sox, like their offense is like not where I want it to be right now, but it is in a position that I am okay with from April to the trade deadline.
Mm.
And like I think you get the team into a good position in a playoff position at the deadline. And then like that's where I'm like, okay, this is where you trade for a big bat. and you bring it home and you add
It's a good
the
point.
home run power. I think right now, like, yeah, from where we're starting, at the same time, I'm just always thinking to myself, I'm like, motherfucker, can you imagine if we still had Rafael Devers? This wouldn't even be a discussion. We'd
So
be like,
ridiculous,
give
dude.
us
So
the AL
stupid.
trophy now, motherfuckers. Like it's um yeah, I'm still unhappy.
Well, now that looks horrible. I mean,
No, it just looks absolutely.
it looks horrible. It looks stupid. But I don't think the ceiling set in the AL is the Blue Jays, and they've only gotten better.
Yeah.
So we're not there yet. I mean, I don't disagree with you. Roman Anthony's a stud, and like, dude, I follow this Boston guy on Instagram. That Roman Anthony kid, he's a stud, dude. But um, yeah, he is a stud. I have my reservations about Marcelo Meyer, but I think he is capable of being a good offensive player. I don't think he's gonna ever be like the guy, but he could be like a nice little five hitter, a nice little six hitter, hit some home runs.
Yeah.
Those guys are gonna be good. Wilson Contreras, like, I'm just glad they at least have that to fall back on because again, he puts the ball in play.
Hmm.
So maybe Anthony's a home run guy now. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's like worth also remembering that like until otherwise, until like Breslow makes another move and this is the move, like I think we still have Jaron Duran, Wilyer Abreu, and
Mm-hmm.
like excuse me, and I like and Trevor Story, assuming he's healthy. Like we still have guys who can like who can drive in runs and who can like offensively deliver. Hang on, I'm trying to find the like batting leader because I'm like trying because I'm pretty sure I read uh this year, or I guess yeah, here it is. Yeah, we were seventh in runs scored last year, which is like
Solid.
not nothing. Like can this team score 786 runs again? I feel pretty comfortable saying yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think like, well, I don't know. I guess I feel like it's just so much contact baseball. It's what I said about the Giants. Honestly, it's just I'm going to stand on business on that comment. Like, it's not that they're not going to be able to win games by scoring runs, I suppose, instead of just pure run prevention, like I said earlier. But I do think that like it's going to not be like fun offensive baseball. It's like single walk, single walk, single walk. Like in the fucking playoffs when we beat the Yankees the first game, that was like hustle double, stolen base, walk single. It was like not exciting. It wasn't like, oh fuck, big bases clearing double. Um,
I think we can. I think we can lead the league in doubles. Honestly,
oh, I totally agree. But I would love another bat. I still want another bat. I'm not quite satisfied yet.
yeah. I mean, definitely. I really think like I would much rather have another bat for sure. I don't think like this doesn't like I can tolerate this lineup as it is, minus putting my emotions about Bregman aside. But like it would behoove the Boston Red Sox to add another bat.
Mm,
Um, I think at this
yeah.
point. Um, let's see. Oh, what is? I wanted to get your thoughts on this because I've seen this take in a couple of different places, and it bothers the shit out of me. What do you think about people saying that we should trade Brian Bayo?
Stupid. Who the fuck is saying that?
Coley Mick and like a couple other Red Sox guys.
Bye. That's ridiculous. Are you serious? I didn't
I
know
think
that.
the argument being like that he doesn't really fit the profile of like the pitcher that like Breslow likes, and that you would get a very high return for him because he is so like, good and cost like wise he's not expensive,
Yeah, he has a team friendly
very team friendly
extension.
deal. But like to that point, I'm like,
That's
well, that's
dumb.
exactly why we should keep him.
Bro, the only again, like I'm big on team identity, and the only identity we have at the moment is like we can put the ball in play and we can stop teams from scoring runs. unless you really think Peyton Tolley is that guy or Conley Early. I think Early is more likely to be that guy, but like unless you really think that like this year 2026 and the years after the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is if you really think that he's that guy now, then but are we serious? Like there's no way. And Bayo had a good year. He didn't look good in the playoffs, but he put together a good season. I think he deserves to be given, the opportunity to pitch in this rotation. I think you're actually more likely to get a good return for Duran plus Tolley plus prospect than Bayo plus only one player. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I don't think that like they should be attaching another prospect to Tolley and Durant. Like I think I don't I am hard pressed to think of like what the return could be where like I think if we're talking about like Marte, like I would again not a GM, but my
Mm.
thinking is like okay, based on like what we know Durant's ceiling is, and that he's like I would say has a pretty high floor at this point. Like, and Tolley has I think also a very high ceiling. Like I would be like yeah, it's those two guys from Marte, and like that is that. Like that is I don't know that
Yeah.
I would offer anything else.
We should throw Jordan Hicks in the deal.
I would be okay with. Actually, yeah, that I'd be like, hey, if you want to take any of our like players who are too expensive, like if you want to take Jordan Hicks, you want to take hey,
So dumb
you need
that we have
Masataka
him.
Yoshida?
Okay, I wanted to talk to you about that. You beat me to it. Is there an argument to be made? We've sort of like briefly touched on this, but I want to get in depth with it now that we have some more time. Is there an argument, excuse me, to be made that Masataka Yoshida should be at least a semi-regular designated hitter for us?
Yeah, I mean, I think there totally is. Like, look, I think
Because I think a lot of Red Sox fans, here's another piece of offense that like myself included at times, I've like totally forgotten about his existence.
yeah.
Like he had a good playoff, but like I don't because he was such a non-prominent figure in most of the season. Like I've totally just been like, he's not going to really figure this year.
Yeah, I think because of the contract, because of the pop, because of the weird bullshit injury stuff happening last year, like I think Yoshida hasn't gotten a ton of exposure that's been positive for Red Sox
Yeah,
fans. 2023 was a good year. Like he played well, he hit well.
he's
2024 was good too, honestly, but 2023 was better. He's a guy where I'm like, yeah. And I think this has kind of been my opinion for a while. I was like, yeah, you let him play 162 and like that's a good player. That's an asset in your lineup 100%. Does he fit the way this roster is constructed? No.
yeah.
Like
That's more my question is like, where does he?
I mean, truthfully, like if we're sticking with Duran, like we don't trade Duran or Abreu, and we have like that all those outfielders, there isn't really a place for him on this roster. But like if you trade Duran, like I think, yeah, he's our DH. Like Yoshida's the DH, and I think that's like, yeah, it's not sexy, but I don't think it's bad. Like I don't think it's it's not Big Poppy, it's not Devers, but like you can't like say that Yoshida sucks at baseball because like I don't think since 2024 I don't think he's been given a fair shot.
Hmm. Yo, what's up? Oh, I'm in a meeting. Sorry.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you're good. Um, yeah. It's interesting because I'm just thinking like, why? The more I talk myself into it, the more I'm kind of like, There is also an argument to be made to sign Eugenio Suarez as a designated hitter. If Yoshida, if we, this is some crazy fucking Lego block stuff here. But like, let's say we move Duran for, is there any world in which we move Duran for like elite back end pitching, like bullpen pitching
I
at this
mean,
point?
I guess, but I mean, not if you haven't solved the problem of another bat.
But that's what I'm saying. If that's the move, and then they signed Eugenio Suarez,
Because you still haven't fixed the infield defense.
Meyer at second base. You're right. Yeah, they can't run it back with
Have
Romy.
to
Yeah, they
They
can't do
have
that.
to fix the infield before they make any other
They really need a
moves.
middle infielder. They honestly need to get Ketel Marte. The Bregman thing is so fucking frustrating, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, what the hell is
Like-
wrong with you guys? Also, bro, sorry, I'm like totally off on
Yeah,
a
yeah.
tangent here. I've been at this album camp all week. My brain is like soup right now, so I'm just like really connecting the dots at the moment. we didn't even talk about the fact that we didn't talk about this in the episode. The fact that they didn't bring Bregman back is because they refused to give him a no trade
We
clause.
we did talk about that.
Did we?
We did.
Oh, I thought we talked about that on the phone outside. Sorry, I'm tripping,
Yeah,
bro.
we
I
talked
haven't
about it on the
slept
show.
well.
Yeah, no, stupid.
But bring that back up anyway. Then what the fuck are we
No,
doing? Because it's like
fully.
Ranger Suarez is a good panic signing. I'm totally stoked about that. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
if you're
yeah,
gonna
that's a
if you're
good
gonna panic sign a
job.
guy,
Good
that's the
job.
guy. That's the guy you panic sign for sure.
Yes, congratulations,
But
Breslow. Good job. But
like, but like, we shouldn't have gotten here. We should not be in this situation. It's um, I just truly, I can't fully clown Breslow. I can't like fully be like full send be like yeah bad GM because he's done things correctly in the like he's done some good stuff like
yeah, and we've
crochets.
seen bad panic signings that like really don't
Yeah.
make any sense. This one, like, again, okay, we're committing to like prevention of runs. That's totally cool. Congrats, good job. I wanted him from the beginning, so like,
Yeah. But
I
like
was happy.
if we like say that we do get Marte, for example, like then it's like oh we it's like not even just like we're subscribing to like run prevention. It's like no, this is just like oh well this is a well-rounded team. And I will be and like if that happens I will be like yep, this is a great Red Sox team. We're going to make a deep playoff run. Also, fuck all those guys who didn't bring Alex Bregman back. Like I'm not going to let that go. Um
Yeah,
because that was just like so preventable. Talk
yeah.
about unforced errors, which this team loves to make on the field. Turns out we're making them off the field.
Off the field. Do you
Um,
think that this completely now shuts the door on Bo Bichette?
yes. I mean, I
I
don't
do
think that
too.
door was ever open, really.
I think it was this much open. I think that the front office was gonna make a panic buy, no matter. That's why I was starting to think about Eugenio Suarez. Like they're gonna just fucking give him a bag. Like they're just gonna do whatever. But
Yeah.
I think the door was like this open, and now it's like
I think they went to like, I think
that.
Craig like went to John Henry and he was like, hey, we need to fix this. Let's go get Bo Bichette. And John Henry was like, okay, how much? And he was like, $300 million.
300.
And John Henry said, go fuck yourself. Go get
Yeah.
someone else. And that's where we are. Like,
Bro, this is one of the bigger Red Sox free agent contracts to Ranger
it,
Suarez.
it's the biggest contract of like Breslow's tenure. And I'm like, what happened? Like, we used to be,
Sorry.
like, we
Keep
used to
going.
be a much like, we used to operate differently. And like, I
Yeah.
think it's, I don't understand why we like all of a sudden this team changed. But like,
Yeah, I don't. I mean, honestly, no, I do. I do. I forgot to tell you this on Monday. I was reading a really interesting article, and it had contributions from Carabas.
oh, is this the Larry Lucchino thing?
Dude, I think he's right. I think he's kind of onto something there. Cause like, dude,
Yeah.
when that guy was around, like he's prominently featured in like all these Red Sox documentaries about winning teams. Like that guy was a fucking winner, bro. He was like, I want to win. I want to win championships in Boston with this team.
Yeah.
And now I think that again, someone asked me the other day, I was in an Uber and the Uber driver was like kind of a baseball fan, but like not really. And he was like, why do the Yankees like suck now? I know they were in that World Series, but I was like, bro, because they're all about like profit and sustainability. Like they're not
Yeah.
interested. I mean, they are interested in winning, but like they'll take a championship series or a division series and not a.
Yeah.
They'd rather be profitable and have, oh, we got to the first round of the playoffs than like really break the bank and like win one championship in 15 years,
Yeah. I don't think it's like
It's a risk.
as I mean, I think it like I don't know if it's as egregious as like how we fucked up with Bregman, but the fact that they are like the fact that
They've
Cody
got
Bellinger isn't
nothing.
already back with the Yankees is I think an indictment of like how lost that organization is.
Yeah, or like, bro, they could give a bag to Kyle Tucker too. Also,
They
Kyle
could.
Tucker's market is not hot, which is
The
very
Mets
interesting.
offered him like I think it was like 3 years, like 50 million AAV.
I think people are afraid of his. It's a lot like Bregman with us last year. People are afraid of his injuries.
Yeah, I think I've also heard like there's some clubhouse stuff, but I don't know with
Hmm.
Bellinger, like I know the difference is like it's like 30 million a year. Like they're in agreement on that. Yankees want to give him 5 years. Bellinger wants 7. I'm like,
He's not good enough for that. Come on, man.
I don't know. I mean, like I don't think he's bad enough for 7. Like I think Bellinger's like a perfectly
He's
fine.
okay.
Like if you want to like make it like 7, but like 2 of them are options or like there's an opt out or something. Like if you want to like kind of play with it, like sure. But like I don't think you know I just don't know where else Cody Bellinger's a good fit. Like it's like the Yankees were like I guess the Mets. Like those are the 2 places where I think he goes. Um
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Apparently, the Dodgers gave Tucker a pretty big offer today as well.
oh good. Also, wait, real quick. before we get to the, because I do want to show you play this game.
Yeah.
Uh, let's talk about Tariq Skubal.
Oh, dude.
So for those of you who don't know how this works, which is
Oh
like
my
totally okay because
word.
like you don't need to. So in baseball, when you enter the big leagues, the first 3 seasons of your career, you're earning what is the league minimum salary, which changes every year. I think last year it was like around 800K, super low starting salary. And then the next 3 years of your career, it's sometimes four, but like the next 3 years of your career, you go to arbitration each year, and you give a number, your team gives a number, you go back and forth. So most of the time, a lot of players and teams like meet in the middle, like compromise on a 1 year deal. But when they don't, they have to go to an arbitration hearing, and there's a panel that hears both sides. The player has to basically sit there and let the team talk about how much he sucks enough that they don't have to pay him, and then the arbitration panel picks one of their numbers. Like it's not a compromise. It's like, oh, we were gonna go with the team's number or the player's number. So Tariq Skubal has won back-to-back Cy Young awards. He's probably the second best pitcher in baseball behind Paul Skeens. He is,
There's an argument to be made that he's the first, but yeah,
yeah, he's elite.
he's crazy.
His arbitration number that he submitted was $32 million, which would
32.
be like the most for a pitcher in arbitration in MLB history. It's a crazy high number.
But if
He's
you're gonna
worth
give it to somebody,
Yeah,
it's him.
he's worth every penny.
Absolutely.
The
No
Tigers
question.
say, actually, we think that you're worth $19 million.
Fucking
A
crazy.
$13 million gap.
It's the largest in Major League history.
So they're going to arbitration. And the panel's gonna have to decide, like, do we want to go with Skubal's 32 million or the Tigers 19th? Basically, I mean, the Tigers are very clearly saying, like, we do not want to sign this guy when he hits free agency next year. We aren't going to pay him. We don't want to pay him. I don't know
Dude,
what bullshit they come up with.
but can you imagine? I just to jump in for a sec.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you imagine going to a meeting with the two-time back-to-back AL Cy Young winner and saying, "We're not going to pay you what you think you're worth, and this is why." Like, what are they going to tell him?
I
What is the argument to not give him even like 30 million or 28 million? Like, what are they going to tell? How did the
yeah.
fuck did they come up with 19 million when we're paying Ranger Suarez 28 million now?
I think it's crazy. I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face if I were in the room, honestly.
How is that even possible? Like,
Um,
what the fuck? He must be sitting there literally just like, that
but
is so crazy.
I think it's interesting because, at the end of the day, what this is all about is like, there's one group, there's one like organization looking at this situation with bated breath. You want to tell them who it is?
What?
It's the
Who's?
Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pittsburgh
Oh,
Pirates are watching this whole thing with bated breath because whatever happens here, if Tariq Skubal gets $32 million, Paul Skeens going to be like, fuck it, give me 45. Like,
I mean, bro, like this is the market we're in right now. Like you
yeah,
have fools making 70 million a year now. I know there's deferred payments, but like,
I think it totally is going to change the arbitration system. And also, like, it's worth noting that, with the CBA expiring at the end of the year, like maybe this arbitration system doesn't look like this when Paul Skeens
yeah, it
gets
might
there.
change.
But if it does, like, um, I think it's just like, I think framing it another way. Like, if you win you're winning, like, Tariq Skibal's won the award for being the best pitcher in his league 2 years in a row. Like, those trophies are like, you are the best pitcher in one of the two best pitchers in the sport this year. And I think for the Detroit Tigers to say, like, that is worth $19 million, which is less than what we just paid Ranger Suarez per year.
Outrageous.
That makes no fucking sense.
It's
Like, you have to and I would love to watch this hearing live. Like, I would love for them to put
I
it on
know. I wonder
TV.
if that's like possible. I wonder if there's a way to like. It's
Yeah,
not, but yeah, it's disgraceful.
yeah,
It's
but
it's funny because now Detroit being in on free agents, I'm like, they're not they're not a serious franchise.
yeah, like, oh, they're
They
gonna pay
better win while
Bregman. They're
he's
not
around.
paying Skubal.
Nope.
Like,
They better win while he's around because
yeah.
this is it for them. That's crazy, bro.
All right, real quick, let's play this
Yes,
game. This game is gonna take actually 2 seconds, but
go for it.
I was bored the other day, um, and I was like, wait a minute, this would actually be a lot of fun. So let's see, where are we at? Okay, cool. So we're sharing the screen. How do I go to? I always forget how to work Canva. All right, so basically, how this game works is you see like there are two stat lines for this position, right? So
Okay.
one of these players was at one point or another a Red Sox. Um, you're building a roster. You have to choose
Oh, I love this. I'm
this
in.
player
I'm
based on a
in.
stat line. This player is like it's from a specific season. So if you inherit this player, you're inheriting them like this stat line. Like say one of their stats is from like 2024. You're inheriting like based on that number, you're inheriting them for your 2025 season. So you're getting what they actually did in 2025 and like what the rest of their contract, their future is like. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes. I
Okay,
love
cool.
this.
So let's start with catcher. These are their two stat lines. Who's speaking to you? Right?
Yes.
All right. So, whoops, I just dropped my pen.
I hope I
Harry,
didn't
you've
fuck up.
chosen 1998 Jorge Posada over 2005 AJ Pierzynski.
Sweet.
Um, I think that's ultimately a very good move on your part,
Yes.
given that Posada will go on to have like
Oh, the
13
legendary
more
ass career.
years.
Yeah, fucking. I mean,
And
Pierzynski was like a serviceable major league catcher, but
yeah, exactly. So,
sweet.
okay, there we go. Next one, corner infielder. So this is a first baseman or a third baseman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
And these guys both they drive in runs. They both got over 100 RBI for their seasons, both hitting over 300. Um,
Hmm.
you know, both hitting over 30 doubles.
120 RBIs. I'm a big RBI guy.
Okay. Is
I'm
that
gonna
your
go
final
with the
answer?
guy on the left. Yeah, I
All
am.
right.
I'm gonna go with the guy on the left.
Harry, you've chosen 2007 Mike Lowell
Fuck
over
yeah, Mike Lowell's
2017 Ryan
sick.
Zimmerman. So,
Wow, what?
yeah, I know, right? So good news. So, great season from Mike Lowell, but unfortunately 2008, 2009 he's kind of regresses. He's a bit of a
Yeah,
league average bat. And then unfortunately in 2010 he plays a very limited season due to injury before
right.
retiring. More or less this kind of similar to what happened with Ryan Zimmerman. So like,
Yeah, same, but different.
yeah.
I'm cool with Mike Lowell though, man.
All
That's
right.
wow, dude. He had a crazy year that
I
year.
know, right? Like 120 RBI, like damn, crazy.
Sheesh.
Shortstop. There are three options here
Okay.
because I had a hard time picking. You know, uh, you see, like, there is one guy who has a lot more stolen bases. I didn't include that stat for everyone else, but this guy had enough stolen bases. He had
Hmm.
78 stolen bases that year. It was worth pointing out. Um,
Who would that? That's my kind of player right there.
so
That's
that's really funny. You picked 2021 Xander Bogarts
oh no way.
over 2007 Jose Reyes and 2013 Troy Tulowitzki.
Ooh.
The only downside with picking 2021 Xander Bogarts is that even though he gives you an excellent season after that,
He
he
falls
does leave in
off.
free agency.
Yeah.
But still, I think the better player.
Dude, he was so good for us.
He was. I mean, I know.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, I kind of understand like the stupid contract from San Diego.
No, I mean, if you want to get him, you got to pay for it.
Yeah, I mean they didn't, but they paid for it and they didn't get it ultimately.
No, unfortunately, it happens.
Yeah. All right. This next one, this is a generational talent. So we're not just talking about like their last season. We're talking about their first season to
Lifetime.
their last season. So this is all three players. This is their first 8 seasons in the major leagues.
Whoa, okay.
Based on that, you're gonna have to pick an outfielder. So
Hmm.
for those of you listening at home who can't see the video, all of these stats are crazy good. They're all crazy high. Um,
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, a lot of young talent
The
here.
top guy.
Okay, so you picked
I'm
Juan
worried about
Soto.
this.
So
I'm
we
mad at
actually don't
that.
know where he goes from here, but you now owe him, $700
A lot
million
of
dollars
money.
over the next 14 years.
And I passed on Barry
You passed
Bonds.
on Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey Jr.
Dude, that's so wild that Barry Bonds. Well, I guess because Pittsburgh was his first 8 years.
Yeah. So he had 1 year, and at this point, he had 7 years in Pittsburgh, one in San Francisco, and then I think
He
he started
wasn't.
doing
Yeah,
steroids
he
shortly
wasn't. He wasn't.
thereafter.
He wasn't juiced up yet.
This is yeah, but I gotta say, like for not juiced,
Oh,
very
freaking Hall of
good.
Fame. Hall of Fame numbers. Crazy.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
I'm
then
not mad at Juan Soto.
yeah, and then I mean Griffey's like counting stats aren't as good, but like
he's a
that
stud.
slash line is unbelievable.
He's a stud, dude. He's a beast.
Yeah. All right. So 8. We now have an ace. We're down to our last 2. So we're looking at 2 starting pitchers. I'll tell you, one of them is a lefty, one of them is a righty.
Inclination is to go with the one on the left, but I feel like I'm gonna get fucked. But I have to. Like the stats are so much better. I have to go with the one on the left.
You are in fact getting fucked.
Yeah. Okay, go with it. Too late.
Because the one on the left is 2005. Oh, whoops! I didn't make the slides for this. The one on the left is 2005 Dontrell Willis.
Ooh.
And the one on the right was 2007 Daisuke Matsuzaka. So you were getting fucked either way.
Wow. Dude, yeah. Dontrell Willis.
Nasty. That season is great.
He won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. And then immediately started declining.
It's and tough in these streets.
Yeah. Traded with Miggy to Detroit and never recovered.
Never panned out. Crazy.
Yeah. Daisuke similarly, like rough rookie year, but then like a great second
bounce
season.
Back year. Yep.
And then back down for the rest of his career. Okay, these are both right-handed pitchers. These are closers. So you can choose from these. This is actually, I think, this is my favorite slide to make, honestly.
Oh, see, this is really interesting. I want to preface this by saying I think saves are kind of a stupid ass stat a little bit, like sort of similar to wins for pitchers. Like I'm just kind of like I don't care.
I think saves is like a bit more tangible.
It's better than wins. It's better than wins. It's a step above. But
like, how else would you quantify like Mariano Rivera's career if you don't have saves?
Yeah, I mean, that is the marquee number to look at. But ERA, I think strikeouts. I like some of the like BABIP, like batted average on balls in play, like stuff like that for hitters against him. That's kind of cool. But I'm gonna go with the guy who has 104 strikeouts.
Oof. You picked 2019 Brandon Workman.
Oh, no.
Who
was the
immediately
left?
imploded in 2020.
Sucked. Yeah, he sucked.
Before getting traded to Philly.
Okay. I picked a couple duds. Who was on the left here?
So this is a deep cut, honestly. I don't know if you're going to remember this guy. 2005 Chad Cordero.
Chad Cordero. I knew it.
The Washington Nationals.
Dude, I knew it. I literally knew it. I almost said that. I was like, is this Chad Cordero? Fuck.
Dude, when I was building this game, I was like, who was that closer for the Nationals back when we were kids? And
I was like, literally knew it. I said it as you were saying. It's like, that's Chad Cordero. Wow.
Chad Cordero,
he also fell off hard.
Dude, it's not even like quite that simple. Like he had a slight decline after this 2005 season, but he was still a top closer. Like he was still leading league in saves. And then he got hurt in like, I think 2009 or 2010. No, he got injured in 2008. Missed 2009 and then he was just never the same and he retired after 2010.
Damn, he used to wear the flat brim cap.
Yeah.
Like really flat. Yeah,
I know. I remember he was like he was one of the only good parts of the Nats team. It was really funny to like have this like great closer and just like they could never get to him because they're always losing games. It was so funny.
Interesting. He still had 47 saves though. Like that's kind of crazy. See, that's where saves are interesting. Like how the fuck did that happen?
Like,
that's
47 saves in a season is
that's a lot.
Impressive.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, I definitely remember him. He was a stud.
Yeah.
I like this. Okay, I got to come up with a game for you next time. I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. All right. Anyway. Well, I'm happy with the news today.
Yeah.
I am excited that at least there's some motion. I think we need another bat, and I think if we get one, we could be in good shape.
Yeah. So, fingers crossed that that pass and tweet. Can't wait.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. All right, man.
Yeah. All right, guys. As always, subscribe.
IG.
Yep. And we'll see you next time.